Can I pour some liquid into a glass for you, stranger? Why? Oh, you were probably talking to him. Well, you're the only stranger I see here, stranger. Besides, he already got liquid in a glass. Well, were you asking what brings a drifter with no name like me to this little town? No, I'm tracking a dangerous outlaw.
What outlaw will that be?
Only the most disreputable outlaw in the whole West.
Petty Pistol Pete?
Mad Musket Man Bell. None other than Tuck. Wait, did you mean disreputable as in not having a reputation? How's this for a reputation?
Did you draw that yourself, or have your letters?
Just what exactly is going on here? If this man is an outlaw, how come he don't have an alliterative moniker using an adjective and a weapon that he uses?
Yeah, how come we ain't heard no ballads about Tuck?
Yeah, all the bandits have ballads.
You never heard of this one? Tuck, Tuck, a bandit with a hat. Only steals things that nobody owns. Tuck, Tuck, not very handsome, but has admirable qualities like strong knees and a tendency to not sweat that much unless it's quite hot out.
That ain't no ballad. You think folks around these parts don't know an epigram when they hear one?
It's a mini ballad.
You sure you're saying it right? Shouldn't it have a melody and all different words?
Yeah, I don't know if we take kindly to your tuck-knowing ways around here, stranger.
Oh no! Tuck is coming! Oh no, not Tuck! Not Tuck! And I'm the local greenhorn, and I'm also scared that Tuck is coming.
Oh my God, Tuck is coming! What are we gonna do? Do you like it?
What does that mean?
He's a dangerous outlaw and he's coming here. Do you like it or do you not like it?
I don't like any of this.
Why would you ask a question like that?
It's kind of exciting, isn't it? Here he comes!
I'm Tuck, do you like it?
No.
No, Tuck, we don't like it. Why would we like it?
Well, you know what I like? I'm holding y'all hostage. Is that okay?
I don't know, Tuck, you got, like, a weapon on you?
Yeah, if you were armed with some kind of weapon, I suppose that'd be okay.
Oh, my God. Get out of here, Tuck. You ain't no proper outlaw.
Yeah, you take your friend with you, too.
What? Me secretly in cahoots with Tuck and deceiving all of you? That'd make me some kind of brilliant criminal mastermind. Sadly, I'm just a simple-minded bounty hunter who could never perform such an incredible scheme.
I'll prove to you what a fearsome, real-life bad guy outlaw I am. I'll tell you all my origin story.
How long does that take?
Like 2 to 5 minutes, typically.
Alright.
Mama! There's a rider coming, Mama! Look, I'm a sweet child. A rider, you say? What kind of rider is this?
I don't know, a horse and rider? rider?
Oh, of course, a horse, my treasure, but what manner of rider? What kind of character is this approaching our remote and vulnerable family ranch with no coin to hire mysterious drifters to defend us from bandit gangs? Tell me, William Spawn, give me the measure of this unknown rider of beasts.
I don't know what you want me to say. It's a sincere bearded man on a nut brown horse. He's getting off the horse. Now the horse has run away, he's chasing after it. Now the horse is chasing after him. Oh, he did a somersault, now there's a bucket stuck on his head, I guess. There must be something in that bucket attracting lots of bees. You'd think the swarm of bees would scare the horse away, but no, this horse apparently likes bees. And it's only encouraging the horse's pursuit. Oh, there! He got the bucket off his head and threw it at the horse, and now the bucket's over the horse's head, so it's happy. But he was at the top of a ditch when he threw that, and made him lose his balance, and what do you know? It was a ditch filled with manure. Now he's walking right toward me. He's walking right past me, Mama. Now he's where you are.
Look here. If you're fixing to work as a ranch hand, gradually form a relationship with me and my child, and eventually defend my ranch from bandits, you better just keep on getting, stranger.
I ain't looking for any of that. Ventured out here for a cool glass of milk.
Milk?
Yeah, milk. You know, cows. Hubba hubba.
Hubba hubba.
Yeah, you know the sound cows make.
Well, I don't know about that. Besides, we ain't got no cows here. This here's a bourbon ranch. Animals we got here are all related to bourbon production.
So, if you don't own any cows, then you probably aren't familiar with the sound they make.
Okay. Can I fetch you a fresh warm glass of bourbon?
No thanks. Milk is all I drink.
You're not making sense, stranger. As a legitimate cowboy, surely you guzzle that gallons of bourbon every hour.
But is not milk the beverage of the cow? Am I not the truest cowboy?
No! He's not the truest cowboy, Mama! He's not!
And then, I kept working there as a ranch hand, and when a gang of bandits menaced the family, I fought them all off and I saved the ranch!
Wait, what? That last sentence you just said summarized a lot of things that sound a lot more interesting than the scene you described in much greater detail.
Yeah, you know that was bad guy stuff, Tuck.
Yeah, also, why was the story from the perspective of the young child and not yourself?
Yeah, you told that story all kinds of wrong.
You're right. There were parts of my adventure I didn't want anyone to know.
Adventure?
Here's the truth.
Mama! There's a horse coming, you know? Horses?
Oh, little itty baby child boy, wubba wubba what?
It's not just a horse. There's a someone too, and something's happening that I won't even describe. But now, guess what? Here he comes. It's him, he's coming to you now.
Hello, milk, please. You know, cows, hubba hubba.
Hubba hubba. You'll find no milk here. We are good, honest bourbon folk, and we'll take no part of this dairy tale nonsense. Stop telling a story about me!
Alright. That was even less of a story.
Yeah, isn't the human experience uniform? I mean, how could two accounts of the same event from two different perspectives have been so different?
Yeah, why are you telling his story so bad?
Tuck's just being modest. He's not the type to brag about his adventures.
Again, I just do not see how this is an adventure.
It feels more like an errand.
Let me tell you the real story.
It's a bucket of buzzards. Horse's head in this bucket.
So what happened? Did a horse tell you that?
Yeah, are we hearing that story secondhand from a horse?
Depends. Horses are mysterious animals.
They communicate non-verbally.
They're crepuscular.
They're the smallest arachnids on the planet.
They have 3 human hearts.
They'll keep growing forever if you don't eat them.
They're the larval stage of the spotted polecat.
You can't see them. All right, calm down. You know your horse facts.
But in order to get the full scope of the tale, you have to hear the bucket side of the story.
What?
No,
No,
please.
just don't
no.
do it.
And
Is
now
that really
you know,
necessary, though?
and now you know why scoundrels like this no-name drifter won't ever stop hunting me.
That's right, I won't.
Real quick, is there something wrong with this liquid I poured you? Why ain't none either of you gulped it yet?
Oh, did you not get the outlaw in the story was me?
Milk is all he drinks, remember?
Ain't that milk?
No.
Huh. You only drink milk too?
No, I drink all things.
There we go. See, folks around these parts think it's bad luck not to drink a liquid once you get the chance.
And we don't take liquid for granted around here. No, we don't.
That's a good local boy right there. See, there's an old legend from the first Anglo-colonialist settlers around these parts about a drifter with no name who learned the hard way. An old legend song about it too.
Yeah, and it's like a proper old legend song.
Teach it to me. I can sing it. I want to sing it.
Okay, it's kind of a whole thing though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some stretching first.
I'm gonna go see if there's milk in the back.
Oh, it's not.
He's thirsty.
I just want a sip of water.
So thirsty.
But my sips are so small.
He's dying.
It's been 2 long days on parch.
He has 24 hours to drink enough water to survive. He's thirsty.
I can only drink a dewdrop.
So thirsty.
I can only sip a spoon.
He'll perish.
I have moments left to live.
He has 1 more sleep till dying of a curse put on him by a passing hag. He's thirsty.
I can feel my throat constricting.
So thirsty.
I just know it's the end.
It's lights
Tell my
out.
mother I was fond of her.
He's dead now, it's all over. He never should have pet that witch's dog. He's thirsty.
A dried up little ghost.
So thirsty.
In death there's no reprieve.
We'll join him.
It was all a metaphor.
We will burn with thirst forever if we don't forsake the cravings of this world.
All right, Jacobella, you learned that song in under an hour and sang it very well. Can we get back to hostaging?
Wait, Jacobella? Is that your name?
No, it's a drifter nickname like Blondie or the Ringo Kid.
I don't know, Jacobella sounds like a pretty typical name to me, Giancarlo.
Sure does, Francesca.
I come from a long line of drifters with no names. I'll prove I've got no names by telling you about one of my family stories.
Wait, why do they think they can prove things by telling stories?
And just so everybody knows, after she tells her story, I'm gonna tell another story that proves what a fearsome outlaw I am.
Oh, well that's good. Now when we transition between the two, I shan't be confused.
Hello, dear wanderers. Well, don't I have a surprise for you? This brand new can't lose, you choose justify my self-worth snake oil. Now, some of you may be wondering what the snake oil actually does. Does it enable you to live a better lifestyle? Does it produce untold health benefits? Does it take away the gnawing agony of life itself? Yes to all. Now, some of you may be wondering why I'm selling all this snake oil at such a low price of 9.99 cents. Simple, I have this small wagon. Not as big as your wagon, you know what I mean. So, I say, drink up and a toast to your health. A toast to your... I'm sorry. I can't keep doing this. I'm lying to you fine people. This isn't snake oil. You all show up expecting a miracle and I produce this viscous preponderance of an item. This isn't real snake oil. It's just, I don't have the heart to press snakes between heavy things until they produce oil. This is just a bunch of olive oil that smells weird, so I sell it as snake oil. Snake oil isn't even a good name when I think about it. I mean, if I was better at naming things, I'd call it a bottle of serpentine ambrosia or something. What if I told you I had something better? What if I told you I had something far better? What if I told you I had something far more obviously better? I'm talking about pyrite. What is pyrite, you ask? Only the stars that hang in clouds made of gossamer. So here's the deal. An Estonian prince sold me all this pyrite, but I can't fit it in my wagon because it's so small, not as big as your wagon. You know what I mean. So the deal with pyrite is you stir it in your drink, and then your body will produce gold. I mean real deal Holyfield gold. You're gonna shit out so many bricks, they're gonna have to reclassify your toilet as Fort Knox. So, as they say, all that glitters is gold. As in gold only fools buy! That's right, I'm tricking you, 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 I'm tricking you. Tricking myself, really. Tricking myself into believing I enjoy this. Look, when I was younger, my parents ran a snake oil salesman. My pa always said that snake oil wouldn't sell itself. So there I was, forced into the family business. In a certain act of didn't choose, what a snooze, weirdos, and family blues. My mom and pa roamed from town to town. Our plan? To grift you all. Then one day, my pa had an idea. He said we'd make more money if we split up, cover more ground that way. So my ma went west, my pa went north, and I went south. That was over 500 years ago. I still hear tell of their exploits, but I haven't been able to track them down. Till one day, I met a man in Golden Springs, Alabama, named Frank Costco. He sold me a tonic that could heal you, meal you, and maybe even feel you. How do you think I grew to the ripe old age of 502? It certainly wasn't because of this wagon or rhetorical questions. This traveler over here is a much larger wagon than I. Can I have the odd mind wares noticed with such a large wagon in the way? Hey, where are you going? I'm being emotionally vulnerable, you asshole!
Honey, is he asleep up there?
I think so, honey. I think he's asleep up there.
I just think maybe we should check and see if he's asleep up there.
All right. What's his name?
Oh, it's RJ.
Hey, RJ? You asleep up there, bud?
Yeah, Dad!
He's asleep up there.
RJ, my studious child, my good fellow, my buddy. I see you have stolen away to dreamland once more and crept to the heavy oaken door of the great owl. Tell me, what brings you back time and again to my lair of nocturnal wisdom?
Oh, hello there, Great Owl. I know that I am young and small and not even the bravest in my kindergarten module, but I was wondering if you would be willing to share some of that nocturnal wisdom with me.
My child, my student, my dude. The secret knowledge of kingly owls is not for little youths in little slippers. It is arcane and deliciously tedious, and only for great minds such as mine.
Mr. Great Owl, how can I ever be more than I am if I don't know the terrible facts and histories of the kingly owls to whose positions I aspire?
My man! You hunger for the knowledge, that is plain. But until you need the secret knowledge as a drowning man needs air, it is not yours to learn.
But I do need it! I yearn for it!
You yearn for it?
I yearn and I keep!
Yuck.
Did you hear that?
I certainly did. That's the sound of him sleeping up there. That's surely the sound of our baby boy sleeping up there.
Oh, I'm so insensate with joy that our darling son is asleep up there.
And I couldn't quiver more in delight that our precious progeny is safely and wistfully asleep up there.
Please do not turn from me, Great Owl! I tremble with want for all the many knowings!
Oh, okay. Stop telling me of your trembles, broski. It does me ill to hear your keening. Use normal words. What is this?
You have spoken to me so many times, and every time you say that I do not thirst strongly enough for the knowledge, and yet here I stand, a desirous husk with a little dry tongue. Look how little it drives!
Oh, darling, did you hear that? The desiccated sound of our incomparable boy's nightly raspings.
Oh, he is such a sweet, sweet child. So bright, so charming, so inescapably asleep up there.
My pupil, my student, please, yo, dog, nah, stop this. I can only describe this as severely uncouth.
Will you slake the hunger of my
Okay, look, stop it. I get it. I've been too protective of the ivory tower of our wisdom. Too jealously did I guard our secrets. I was an elitist dick, all right? Tomorrow, Ian, I will initiate you as a scholar into the Owlish realms. Soon, you too will bear a mortarboard of pure velvet and ancient pellets shell enriched professorial robes. Just give me a break, guy.
I'm an apprentice by your side?
Sure, whatever. Look, I need some time to process, okay?
Hooray!
Skedaddle, my man.
Renegade owl!
Skedaddle, my man.
Sugar sweets, maybe you and I should wend our way upstairs and we could fashion ourselves a second tired child upon which to dote.
Oh, it would fill the tiny chambers of my heart with glee to have another special spawning to lavish love upon.
Well, the sooner we get to it, the sooner we too could be asleep up there.
Ready in a moment, my lawfully wedded wonder. Let me fold the socks and close the owl door.
Wait a minute, what are you doing? Get back! Get back in there!
Tuck, tuck, double desperado. Swims a little and no one will ever hear his secret owl story.
What are you talking about? We just heard it.
What did you say that story was supposed to prove again, Tuck?
It proved how fearsome I was. The little boy in the story was me.
Really? I thought you were the owl.
Yeah, me too.
No, who said I was an owl? I'm not an owl. Who said that? Who? I ask you?
Man, your tongue was way too dry, Master.
Yeah, would you mind having a wetter tongue in these stories, Tuck?
Or even better, leave.
Afraid I can't get out of here till I get what I came here for. You see, there's gold in them thar hills.
Wait, what thar hills?
Them thar hills.
Oh, those are hills.
Look, it's cursed gold, all right? It all started with an old rich landowner back in the old country.
Ooh, can I call Nessie's after Tuck? I got some fan fiction I wrote about Tuck as a time traveler.
Oh, then I want to tell a story. What? I know some stories. I know river stories. I've met lots of rivers.
Well, sure, I can tell a weird, dumb story too.
Great. Yeah, actually, my story's gonna be a little long. Would it be okay if I broke it up into segments and maybe you could tell your story in speed? Palate cleanser?
Well, it makes about as much sense as anything else, Giancarlo, sure.
All right, everybody got the story order straight? First Tuck, then me, then you, and then we'll check back in with you. Everybody got that?
Okay, right. I don't actually know if mine will be done after this, too.
All right, well, milk that dog when the tide comes in. Now, let's hear about that gold.
Sir Marksmith, are you up at the oleander tree again?
No, I'm in the eucalyptus tree.
Then why is the sound of your voice coming from the oleander tree?
Mayhaps you've forgotten the difference between an oleander tree and a eucalyptus tree, Mr. Comfrey.
Sir Marksmith, as you very well know, I am more than well versed in the numerous distinctions between an oleander and a eucalyptus tree. Oleander trees have tall, erect stems splaying outwards with thick, dark green, leathery, lanceolate leaves and white, pink, or red flowers at the end of the branches. Such is the tree that you are currently in. Whilst eucalyptus trees look different.
My good Lord Penal Comfrey, certainly you've misplaced your spectacles, or else taken leave of your senses by way of chemical inebriation. For as you can clearly see, the tree that I am in is in fact multi-stemmed, sporting a canopy of waxy orbicular-like green leaves, as well as numerous elongated flat pendicles, highly characteristic of the plentiful species of eucalyptus tree.
You dare claim those leaves to be waxy and orbicular when any fool can see them for being leathery and lanceolate?
I stand by my words, good sir.
You fiend! Would you wager your life on such a claim?
In the sight of God and all the laws of man, I do just that.
Very well. I challenge you to consume a hearty dose of those so-called orbicular leaves, for if they are, in fact, of the eucalyptus branch, no harm will come to you, save an upset stomach. But if they belong to the mighty and toxic oleander tree, as you and I know that they do, death will be swift and painful for you, my friend. Do you accept?
I'm not hungry.
So, you secede my taxonomical prowess in the realm of botany.
I do no such thing. It is simply not my wish to consume the leaves of the noble eucalyptus. It would be an affront to God, who created the shrubbery in his own image.
God did no such thing, you obscene hellion. Eat the leaves, or the whole of Castleberry will know you for a liar and a hypocrite.
Very well. If my honor demands it of me, I shall eat the eucalyptus leaves, although not eagerly, due to the unpleasant, bitter taste, which both eucalyptus and oleander leaves share in common.
You're actually doing it. Good. Ow, are you mad?
Oh, see? Harmless. Eucalyptus and leaves.
Sir, Marksmith, do not throw your life away over such folly. Make yourself sick with your finger at once. We shall get you to a physician and speak no more of this tree classification blunder.
Yeah, but why should I purge harmless orbicular?
Marksmith, what you've done. Gone and gotten yourself killed.
I have done no such thing, my good sir. I'd argue that to the contrary of the pinnacle of health.
So you protest? Yet clearly it would be more than obvious to anyone eavesdropping on this private conversation that your physical body has expired from eating poisonous oleander leaves and you are nothing more than a spectral disembodied voice.
How dare you, sir? I am the very image of corporeal animation. I will not have my mortal continuity called into question by the likes of you. I am merely lying on the ground in this fashion, for climbing the great eucalyptus tree has exhausted my physical, mortal form.
Then I challenge you, if you are indeed as animate as you claim to be, I challenge you to display any small act of physical movement.
I'll do no such thing. The burden of proof is not on me with such a nefarious accusation as this.
So I'll assume you would not like to have your body cleansed and buried and pass on any relevant information as to who will inherit your vast holdings of gold bullion. You would not wish to have them lie unclaimed before being buried in the hills of the American frontier, as per the rules of our local gentlemen's adventure club.
As a perfectly alive, living person, I see no point to such actions.
Very well. I will lead you to your strange leisure and concede that I must have been mistaken about the tree.
Well, finally, the truth wins the day! What shame you must feel having to admit to having made an error. The whole of Castleberry will hear of this embarrassment you brought on yourself, and to think this could have all been avoided if you had just admitted to being at fault. Oh, poor Lord Bonfrey, more fool you!
The good and honorable King Berryloaf the Pickled has needs of a new singing entertainer in his court. We shall now hear any of you who wish to come forward and swear a sacred oath of melody to keep his halls filled with song from now until your death. Who will come forward? Speak now, but be forewarned. Those whose musical aesthetic displease our king shall be dealt with harshly. Right? Who will come forward?
Evening, folks. Name's Tuck. Like duck, but with a D, no wait, T. Just a lonesome drifter moseying through the Chronoverse, looking for the true America. See, I got this belt buckle in a game of Texas Hold'em from a man in Indiana, and it lets me travel through time, but I can't get back to my own time until I right all of time's various ills and trifles. So, with that being said, maybe you folks will find some common calling in the lonesome sounds of the distant Western imperialist future. Buffalo wings. Buffalo wings. Sorta. High value pack. I know I'll eat them all. Buffalo wings. My dog likes them. Buffalo wings. Had to kill my dog 'cause he ate my buffalo wings. Hardest thing I ever did. What'd you think of that?
The king did not like your musical affectations. I did not care for them either. We find you distasteful and altogether dreadful and spiritually offensive. You presume too much to think you can peddle these foul sounds in the king's service. We do not appreciate that you thought we would like this.
Okay.
If you want to know what kind of music we like, allow me to introduce the bard Pula Saint Tamilsith, who can enlighten us to the true joy of song.
The child's eyes! Never shall we lower our gaze into the child's eyes! The shame of knowing the gaze can never be unmet! The shame of memory! What dreams lay dashed upon the shores of the child's eyes? Do they look back for you? You who shall always fester? You who shall fester? You!
Oh, that's what you want, huh? Well, I've been around the stable time loop enough to know how to serve up a smidgen of post-Visigothic Doombard. See what you think of this. I'm not going to summer camp. You can't make me mom and dad. I'm gonna stay here in my room. Not going camping, I'm too mad. The teacher asked me why I'm short, I will tell her she's a boy. Hoo-ha, me-ma, do-da-ba-ba. Hoo-ha, me-ma, do-da-ba-ba. Ha-ha-ha-ha-ha. There, that's basically the same thing, right?
It's not the same thing. It is a different kind of thing. But the king does like this thing. Yes, it's a new kind of thing for the king. And he likes it a lot. The king demands you play the last verse again.
Well, I don't need to be told twice. All right.
Hoo-ha, me-ma, do-da-ba-ba. Hoo-ha, me-ma, do-da-ba-ba. Hoo-ha, me-ma, do-da-ba-ba. Oh, wow! Oh, we're heading for that waterfall up ahead.
Am I peeing?
Yeah.
Huh.
Were you trying to pee?
I don't really care one way or the other.
Okay. We should paddle for the shore. There's a waterfall up ahead.
Right, so which paddle should you use and which one should I use?
Do you have a preference?
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, me neither. We should act instead of talking. Sure, so
Right. If you would like me to stop peeing, just let me know.
What do you mean? I generally pee until my bladder's empty. You're saying you can just stop?
Yeah, see? But if it's all the same to you.
Yes, as long as it doesn't get in the way of your paddling, that's fine. But just so you know, you shouldn't be peeing that much, buddy.
I should.
You should only pee a little bit. Don't stop just because I said something. It should be because you don't have to anymore.
You're not making a lot of sense, Golma.
But like, you really shouldn't have to still be peeing. Look, I am just trying to look out for your health, okay? Pee as much as you personally feel that you need to.
Really?
Yes!
You're sure I should pee that much?
Yes, of
Here goes.
We're not moving. We're not going over. Your pee is keeping us curious from going over the waterfall.
Oh! Hooray!
Yeah, but that's too much pee, buddy.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't seem physically possible.
No.
I think you're gonna die.
Well, should I stop?
No.
All right, because then
I'll die too.
we'll both die.
Yeah.
The math doesn't
Yeah.
work out.
Huh. Welcome, brave, silent, panting, robust intruder. You've discovered my secret enchanting cave of glowing marble mushrooms. Well done, you! But please, stranger, do not rest your firm and wary buttocks upon this carved marble mushroom pedestal that you found at the bottom of this incredibly long rope ladder, the journey down which must have worked your glutes to the point of soreness. Please, have a relaxing sit or squat upon one of these other carved marble mushroom non-pedestal statuettes here in this shimmering phosphorescent cave. Just don't touch the one that is a pedestal because it would just ruin everything. Oh, I see. You're carrying the amber pomegranate, which should not be and must never be placed upon the carved marble mushroom pedestal, lest the chains that bar the gates of hell become undone. Kind, pale, gentle, robed, chanting intruder, I implore you that if holding the amber pomegranate becomes too much of a burden for your lean and trembling body, that you consider placing it down upon one of the many other luxurious, masterfully carved, scented, non-pedestal, carved marble mushrooms that grow from the walls and floors of this violet cave like I can only imagine mushrooms must grow in the wild after a spring rain. I don't know, I've never been outside this cave, but any of these other carved marble mushroom statuettes are a fine place to place an amber pomegranate, which should not be and must never be placed upon the carved marble mushroom pedestal, lest the chains that bar the gates of hell become undone. And they're all easily distinguishable from the one that the pomegranate must never be placed upon by the general lack of a conventional pedestal shape. See, it's more round versus square. And, perhaps I haven't quite alerted you to the extreme peril that if your current motion is completed, well, oh no! Oh God! Dear, gleaming, translucent, levitating, powerfully thrumming new demigod. If I have failed in my sacred task to inform you upon which carved marble mushroom statuettes the amber pomegranate which should not be and must never be placed upon, where you have just placed it upon can be safely placed upon, please forgive me. I do see in retrospect that a pedestal is fairly similar to a mushroom shape in a lot of ways. Perhaps this entire system of preventing the apocalypse was unnecessarily esoteric. But if you would see your way to utilizing the terrible power oh so temporarily thrumming through your mortal rumply vessel to unplace the pomegranate, obviously once undone, such vital hell-barring chains done again can never be, but it would just make me feel better, you know? My whole thing is really that specific pomegranate not specifically being there. And can you just, I can't touch it, I'll burst into flames. Because we're all burning anyway, it doesn't matter. Was it not clear? I think that was out the Still here. Oh, hey, in the river, it's what are those called?
Person.
Oh, person, yeah.
Hi. Excuse me. I was on a steamboat that capsized upstream before grabbing onto this remarkably strong low-hanging tree branch to stop me from going over the waterfall. I couldn't help but overhear your predicament. I'm a doctor, you see, and sound carries over the water.
Doctor, is it okay for me to be peeing this month?
If by okay you mean healthy, then no. You're going to die of severe dehydration within seconds.
Right, well, then isn't it wrong for Gola to tell me to keep peeing?
I'm sorry, I'm not qualified to answer questions of right and wrong. For a decision like that, you need a philosopher or a governess or something. Oh no, the low-hanging branch is breaking! Here I die!
Oh no!
That's too bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
hate to see that.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Well, we all told a story, and I'm very proud of us. Now, please leave my saloon.
We can't leave, we're hostages.
Do you like it?
Started to, actually. I figured out I got 2 more parts to the river story, and I'm real excited about telling them. It's gonna be great.
No! Tuck, get out of here. You ain't fit to be this town's outlaw, and you are ruining Giancarlo.
He's not ruining me, my story will prove it.
Hush and drink your liquid. Thank you. Now, Tuck, get out of here. You ain't fit to be this town's outlaw. And I will show you the meaning of breaking a law if you
But
say it.
Tuck is the greatest outlaw of them all. He once stole peach right after buying it.
You mean he once bought a peach and then ate it?
Peach is its own reward.
Okay, that don't make you an outlaw.
Look, I know I just went, but can I go again? I think I just figured out the underlying allegory to the whole river story. It's gonna be a lot more coherent this time.
Fine. You know, one more story, and then you will all leave my saloon, for I am tired.
But I got a great church hymn that'll play real nice at intermission.
Does that mean we have to go to bed if you're tired?
Hey, I'm not tired yet, Francesca.
No, you don't have to go to bed.
Yay!
The saint's alive.
All right. Well, if we do we have to brush? What about teeth brush?
What about
Do
it?
we have to brush?
Well, of course not. If we don't have to go to bed, why do we have to brush?
I mean, you should brush.
No.
Fuck you.
All right, that is enough.
Oh.
We are having your one more storytelling session, and then you will leave my saloon and go and brush those pearly grapes. All right? Now, I am going to do a humorous routine that I learned from my cousin back east, Giancarlo. You remember how it goes? We're going to do that.
Okay, yeah, good point, sure. I hear there's a lot of interesting names for fish at the aquarium.
Well, I don't find the names that interesting, but I don't know, some people might.
Say, what species of fish is the most popular at the aquarium?
That would be say, what species of fish is most popular at the aquarium?
You're telling me that there's a species of fish on display called Say What Species of Fish is the Most Popular at the Aquarium?
Yes.
The name of the fish is a sentence worded exactly like the question I just asked you?
Yes, and fun fact, that last sentence you said is also the name of a fish we most recently put on display.
I'm just going to repeat that to make sure there's absolutely no misunderstanding between the two of us. You're telling me that the name of a fish is a sentence worded exactly like the question I just asked you is the name of a fish? A sentence worded exactly like the question I just asked you?
Yes.
And you don't think those are interesting names for fish?
No. I think that the conversation that we're having is mighty coincidental, but the names of the fish themselves are not that interesting to me. Huh. Wow, that last sentence I just said is also the name of a fish on exhibit. But again, it's not the name of the fish I find interesting, but the uncanny way I worded that sentence.
No need for any further explanation, friend. I understand completely. It's another one.
Oh, good. A low-hanging tree branch. Hello, I'm Governess Dropia Judge Golem.
Cool! What state are you the governess of?
I'm sure I don't know what you mean. My steamboat capsized upstream, and now that I've grasped this low-hanging tree branch, I couldn't help but overhear your moral dilemma. Tell me, does peeing in such a powerful manner cause you any pain or distress?
No, it's actually the best I've ever felt.
Wonderful. Then I'd say your friend asking you to pee in such a manner is not at all life-threatening, and furthermore, I'd say you're in the possession of some kind of magic bladder.
No offense. I think I might take the medical advice of the doctor over whatever.
Oh, doctors, what do they know? Doctors stole my baby, did you know that? They said it died, but I saw them and they were taking it. Oh no! Your posture needs work!
Oh, that's horrible. The human being senselessly forced into non-existence like that?
I've been working on my posture too. What
fly majestically through the sky. What happened to the butlers? There used to be a lot of them, but they've all died. There used to be creatures that lived on Earth. Some were furry, and most of them were small. Don't know exactly what they were called, but our best guess is they were called poop moms and butt lords. Whoa, what happened to the poop moms? Whoa, what happened to the butt lords? Whoa, we don't know what happened. We assume that they died because they went outside. Whoa, what happened to the poop moms? Whoa, what happened to the butt lords?
We don't know what happened. Soon that they died. Went outside.
It's happening again.
Yeah, they see it.
Yeah.
Right! Hello! I wasn't on the steamboat! I'm a priest who was swept downstream in a baptism gone awry! The Lord in His infinite mercy has given me salvation in the form of this remarkably strong, low-hanging tree branch, so that I may bear witness to this miracle! Like Moses bringing forth water from the rock to the Israelites at Rephidim, this mighty stream comes not from your bladder, but from the Lord's!
Is that priest talking to us?
Oh no, I was wrong about God! I should have worshipped Satan!
People keep dying over there.
Yeah.
I think death comes for us all, you know?
I can't verify that one way or the other.
Uh,
Now what the hell did you mean when you said that story had an underlying allegory? I'm gonna give you one chance to explain that dribble to me, Giancarlo, or so help me God.
I'm pretty sure I was clear about the river being a metaphor for the inevitability of death, Francesca, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Tuck, tuck, big as a wheelbarrow. Once walked all the way to a river and never broke a leg. Congratulations! You both played your parts perfectly.
Huh?
What? You fools! I was in cahoots with Tuck the whole time.
You think we didn't know that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we called that out almost immediately.
And now we've got you exactly where we want you.
Look, I'm sorry, but I just thought of like a final beat to the river story. Can I just do that real quick?
Don't you dare.
Oh, come on. What did you think of my story? Did you like the weird, unfamiliar accent I read it in?
All right, Tuck. I'm double-crossing you for real this time. You should have known this would happen one day.
Would you stop eclipsing our confrontation?
Yeah, we're trying to have a standoff
I
here.
know, I'm trying to escalate it.
What are you up to?
I need a weapon.
Stay out of this, Tuck! Lord!
Oh, kidney stones! I knew I should have passed them!
Oh no! The consumption that got my mom, my pop, my brother, and my blessed Aunt Phyllis has caught up with me at last. I'll perish! Ow! Rattlesnake!
Just gonna grab this right here. I'm Tuck. Do you like it?
Tuck, tuck, teeth like harpoons, born on a holiday weekend. Tuck, tuck, only eats crepes, never even heard of Kentucky. Tuck, tuck, owns 20 belts, his father was killed by a jet ski. Tuck, tuck, started growing at 12.
whole marching band taught him to read.
Attend the tale of the outlaw. Tuck brings death to whoever hears his name. Beware his shadow, forswear your God.
He'll never break a law.
Tuck, tuck, won't tell a lie. Allergic to shellfish and orange juice. Tuck, tuck, dry as a husk. Once made a raft out of actual snakes. Tuck, tuck, size 20 shoe. Keeps all his coins coins in a teacup. Tuck Tuck loves all mankind.
Only incidentally a cannibal.
Attend the tale of the outlaw. Tuck brings death to whoever hears his name. Beware his shadow, forswear your gods.
He'll never break a law.